Now, this next story is all about second chances, hard conversations, and enjoying life right up until the end. A Toronto man wants to share how he's chosen to live out his last days, not in a hospital, though he is very sick, but in a place that he says feels more like home. Let's bring in Shannon Martin now. And Shannon, Joe Green has a pretty powerful message he wants all of us to hear.
Yes, and it's the time of year when we're all going to be with our families, and talking about death is, of course, never easy. Joe says he almost didn't have the chance, but now that he has, it's given him one of the greatest gifts, what he calls the fourth act of his life.
I took my family to a Thanksgiving dinner at a pub, and I couldn't get up at the end of the dinner. I really thought I was going to die that night. I realized that I had been given a kind of reprieve that I never expected. I thought I was going to die. In fact, I was hoping I would die. It was really that bad.
Why did you want to come to a hospice rather than...
I didn't know hospice from horseshit. Well, I'd rather not be here. Well, I'd love to be at home, but I've watched people, as most people of my age have done, watched people die at home, and with the palliative care, turn the whole home into a hospital with a full-time nurse and all of that. Well, I got an 81-year-old wife. I'm not going to get into that kind of weight on her when this is available.
Kensington Hospice is the only one like it for adults downtown. It feels like home, not a hospital. Real, good, fresh food is cooked in-house by volunteers.
I found out just today that if we bring in a steak, they'll grill it for me. And I haven't had a steak for half a decade. So I think we're going to try it before I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
Why not?
I feel like we could be talking in your living room or something.
Yeah,
like
well, it's kind of like that
yeah,
here. Yeah,
yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel physically? Do you
Weak.
feel, yeah.
Weak. Yeah, tiring. Mm-hmm. It's happening. Mm-hmm. I guess I say I'm ready. I'm never ready. You don't want to go, but I guess I'm as ready as you can be. You won't put this on the air, but I got a horseshoe up my ass, so it's pretty good.
You'd be surprised what I can get away with putting on the air. Well, that's fine.
You want to put it on, it's okay with me, because I believe it. It's true. So it's been a great ride. I have no regrets. What else can you ask for? I have a great family, great kids, great wife, great history of working with people. Blessed.
And now that you've met Joe, you can probably tell he's had a long celebrated life in the public eye. He's one of the founding deans of fine arts at York University. He spent 40 years at York, something he's immensely proud of. He's also a former television and radio producer, a husband, father, and grandfather. As for that party on Friday, Dwight, Joe says he's got 2 bottles of champagne chilling, ready to go.
Man, I really enjoyed that, Shannon, and you can tell he's been giving this a lot of thought, but for so many of us, this conversation is taboo, right? So why does he want to speak out and encourage others to speak out and talk about this topic?
Well, Joe was one of those people. He said he was actually prepared to die and just let his family sort it out, but he got this reprieve for life. It's allowed him and his family time to think about this time, right now. He wants people to know there are options. You don't have to be hooked up to tubes in a hospital. You also don't have to be at home and put that burden on your family to be caregivers. There are places like Kensington Hospice that allow families the freedom to just focus on their time together.
Yeah, and he's quite the character. We appreciate him sharing with us
yes,
like
and
this.
being so open.
Yeah, thank you, Shannon.
You're welcome.
Now, the Kensington Hospice is free for patients. It's operated on donations and funding from the Ministry of Health. It accepts adults 19 and older whose life expectancy is 3 months or less, but wait lists there are common. Now, the Kensington Hospital also offers bereavement support for families and friends after a patient dies for up to a year. Stay with us. We'll be right back.